Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Today I wanted to talk about something along the lines of whether it's sort of wise to do something. Now, what I mean by that is, in a lot of contexts, it seems that many Christians, myself included, it's easy to ask, if something is okay to do as a Christian. Is it okay for me to do this? Is it okay for me to do that? And of course, that mindset is still within the bounds of trying to be able to do the right thing, trying to ensure that it's something that is okay to do as long as it's something that Christians might be okay with being able to do. But as far as, whether you should do it, it gets, it's a little grittier than that. So something that us as Christians should be asking is whether something is wise to do. Now, what I mean by that is, like for an example, there's a lot of decision making that can be something that is permissible to do, but it won't be wise to do. For instance, there was I guess I can give an example. So my friend was actually invited to a party, but, and, it was one of those parties where actually, I guess he wasn't really invited. He just sort of like caught wind of it. It's one of those, like really large parties where pretty much anyone can join in. And, like as long as you hear about it, you're pretty much invited. So he was actually, he actually caught wind of that um, by one of his other friends. And, it wasn't necessarily like, one of those parties that would be good for someone, especially a Christian, to partake in. Because, I heard there would be a lot of alcohol and, potential illegal substance abuse. So, he told me about the party, and he was like, he was also on the fence about, going to the party or not. And, I was thinking about it, like, a part of me was like, yeah, I definitely shouldn't go to that party. And something that came to my mind was sort of like in the context of, well, would it be okay for me to go to that party? Would it be permissible for me to go to that party? And the thing is, like, I can sort of say, like, yeah, it would be okay to, convince my friend to, if we could both go and hang out at the party, as long as, I ensure that I, don't partake in, any of the alcohol or illegal substance abuse. It wouldn't be wise. So instead of asking, is it okay? I asked myself, would it be wise to do that? And the thing is, it wouldn't be wise to do that because, I wouldn't know really anyone there, so I might even be, pressured into, taking some of the illegal substance or, drinking some of the alcohol there. And due to my familial history, it's best for me not to drink any alcohol and, of course, to not partake in any of the illegal substance abuse. Something that really helps is when us as Christians, sort of in that context of being in a party, you know, I asked myself at first, is it okay, to do it? And of course, yes, it might be okay as long as, I try to stay away from it in that context, stay away from like the illegal substances and the alcohol and all the bad stuff. But it wouldn't be wise to go to that party because of potentially what could happen there and potentially what, bad things could happen. And who's to say that, other bad things, besides, the alcohol and substance abuse could have happened there. And, it's sort of like what it says in the Bible, when you're young, you make certain mistakes that you shouldn't make when you're older. When you're like a young child, and you might do something, you might make those mistakes, but when you get older, you have to put those childish things away, and you have to sort of, become wiser and be able to make better decisions. And that's definitely something us as Christians should be doing. When we become older, when we become wiser, we need to start making better decisions. We can't, make all the decisions we made in our youth. And if in our youth that we're staying away from all the things before we make those mistakes, that's even better. So I hope this video helps, and I hope it puts into perspective why, we should be asking, is this wise for me to do, as opposed to, if it's okay to do. So thank you so much for watching. And if you like to maybe have some input, please put in the comments. I'd like to discuss some more. And that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Soldier of Christ, out.